Any regrets? Attends, tu sais quoi, on va faire l'inverse. I throw them under the bus. Corporate life. I used to work in international corporate finance in Germany and France. As part of my job, I advised big multinational companies to optimize their treasury. In the mid-2000s, after a successful 16-year career, I wanted to take on yet another professional challenge. My aim was to be self-employed and to build on my professional experience and personal skills as a German expat in France. In 2008, the stars were finally aligned. I dared to cut loose from the safety net of a regular salary and set up my company as a Parisian buyer's agent. Today I have the impression that I'm exactly where I wanted to be. I can use my experience to advise smart investors on making a solid purchase and convey my love and passion for Parisian lifestyle and culture. In France, our real estate matters are ruled by the Loi Auguet. It's a law from the 1970s. It provides a number of regulations that you need to comply with. For example, in order to get a license, I had a European university degree that is recognized by France. In addition to that, you need to be the majority shareholder of a company, have liability insurance. So setting all of this up was not a walk in the park. But these rules are there for a good reason that I completely understand. It is really they are here to protect consumers and to give more professionalism and transparency to the industry. Well, you definitely need to have a safety net to fall back on. In my case, it was even harder because exactly at the moment where I had my first client, the subprime crisis hit the Western economies. So the delay from starting to work until you make your first commission is even longer. Gladly, the crisis didn't hit the economies not too badly, but still, from the moment when I started working until closing my first deal, it was a stretch. Well, it's not easy to do the switch from the safety of a corporate life to the unpredictability of running your own business, especially over the past few years where we all had to deal with political, economical turmoil and uncertainty. It was not always easy. However, as an entrepreneur, I can really define the strategy and the deontology I would like for my company to have. In my case, it is just important, to give the transparency and personal note of my company to my work, and the recognition and acknowledgement from my clients is worth all the safety from a corporate company. So no regrets. I would never trade my life today back to my work in a corporate institution. Contrary to my life in finance, in residential real estate, you have, as a woman, just as much credibility as a man. I think this is really due to our innate skills that are perfectly suited to real estate. The sense of teamwork, the ability to listen, the ability to find a common ground are really the skills that you need most in real estate and leads to best results. Actually, that was not intentional. I was just lucky enough to find these talented women who were just the most competent. Actually, I used to work with a male colleague. He was terrific and I loved working with him. He brought a little bit more testosterone, of course, to the team before moving to the US. Today, I fully enjoy working with these ladies because I think that their skills are really perfectly suited also to real estate. They find creative solutions and are very attentive to the needs and requirements of preferences of our clients. Believe in yourself, in your skills, your unique competence and values. I would hope that our example serves as a role model for other women and girls to know that there's no limit to what they can achieve.